So now that you guys got the basic idea of what we're doing, and so this looks less like a bag of drugs and more like actual bleaching powder, I just decided to store it in a former soup container. Now for the bleaching rules: 2:1, 2 scoops of blue powder because it'll help cancel irregular yellow tones using a quarter cup, and developer 6% 30 vol, adding in All-Plex shampoo as well as insurance policy, 3rd step conditioner, both All-Plex. Mix that together and you got yourself your bleach bath. We did decide to go with the bleach bath method because it is so much more gentle on the hair versus using a colour remover and or straight up bleach. So as you can clearly see by my sister's hair, it is, well, on camera there might be some pink tones there, but in person it's definitely very orange. She did formerly have a very John Cook straight up cherry bomb like colour, but she was inspired by Yeonjun's hair, which is like a baby pink or cotton candy pink, and she wanted to start stripping her hair out the shampoo method by frequently washing her hair to get it to a faded pink, but her hair decided to go to a faded orange instead. So that's why we're doing this bleach bath method. She was washing her hair for as long as she possibly could till she had to bite the bullet, so to speak, and go in with the bleach bath method. But right now we are just sectioning away, obviously, and we had agreed to start off at the back first, lift it up to a sustainable blonde, and then work on the next few sections along. Not all in one, but just different sections at a time. I mean, we would have gone in with Scott Cornwell's colour remover, but it's way too much of a harsh product despite how the irony of how amazing it is. So for the method, I did decide to go in with a weaving trick, and when curling the comb in a circular motion like this, it just helps to keep the strands a lot more consistent and even, especially when you put the liner on or whatever colour you're going with. It just makes the strands so much more even rather than an up and down method, and you get odd, inconsistent size strands. First of all, it was always the most awkward, but by the time I started to climb up the hair, the technique and the method kicked back in. It's like second nature to me. So the idea with this method, the weaving method, is obviously you target individual strands and not every single counter strand, which my sister wasn't really getting that logic. So I said to her, by the time I reach the top, I'll go back through and take the rest of the strands also in foil, because she wanted every single strand targeted just to really lift up the rest of the colour. So by the time I was finished with this original weaving method, I then went back through and targeted the rest of the strands. And when folding the foil up, I folded it up at the bottom first, staying at the bottom, but then I folded it up again so that it sits a bit closer to the top, so that the bottom half of the hair doesn't touch the top half of the hair where I don't want the bleach to touch. Clearly I've already rinsed the back of it and we've put a All-Plex treatment in, and now the rest of her hair, the front and sides, is also cooking along nicely. So this was the second in one bleaching session, but the next day we just went straight in with bleach because we realised that bleach bathing was just too gentle. Even though it was preserving the hair nicely, it just wasn't lifting as effectively as what we wanted. So we just went straight in with the bleach itself, again with a 2:1 ratio, 2 scoops of powder and 1 pour of the developer. So this time I'm still going in with a relative splicing method, but just not dividing the strands of hair, but just going straight in with about less than a 1/4 inch subsection in width, and climbing all the way up the hair till I reach the top. So by the time I was finally done with all the hair as far as the foiling method, and she's lifted up to a very nice sustainable blonde, we can now go in with the purple shampoo method. Of course you can use an actual toner, but we decided to use a purple shampoo method, going directly onto the hair and treating the purple shampoo like it was hair dye, and left it in for about 20 minutes while she watched an episode of Friends, and that was timing enough for her to leave it in and then rinse it, and then her hair was a very nice shaded blonde. So now for the colouring method, an abundance of conditioner from Organics range, which is a grocery store bought one, plus a few blobs, I think 3 blobs in total of the colour choice that we went with, which was the exact same one as last time, the John Cook one. It is from the brand Dare, but the actual colour is called Devil's Delight. So we diluted the crap out of that, hence the conditioning method. And on camera it might look a bit salmony, but in person it was this perfect cotton candy baby pink that Sean wanted. So this is the final result. This is my camera's ISO lighting. And yes, I really did trim her hair. It was well deserved. And this is my iPhone lighting. So I just wanted you guys to see between smartphone lighting and camera ISO lighting. So with and without extensions. She actually just stripped her extensions while washing them and then came to the perfect pink she wanted, but with her hair, typical science experiments. So thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and I shall see you all for my future videos. Bye!